I want to share with you, if you're not familiar with, prodigygame.com. So I am the mother of two boys who, if they were ever given the option, would probably spend their entire day in front of a screen, if at all possible. So I found, with the help of their dad, a platform that incorporates mathematics, and they are aligned to state standards, and gaming. So if you are familiar with like Zelda Breath of the Wild, I think is what it's called, and Pokemon and things like that, this kind of incorporates all of those. And so there is a free account that you can sign up for, which is what I did. It's completely free. And I think there's a paid option, but it doesn't like say, ooh, don't you want to upgrade to the pay option all the time. It's really, really great. So I signed up, and what I did is I've set up classrooms, and I have done this for both of my children and also some of my nieces and nephews. And some of them live in Missouri, some of them live in Colorado, and of course we live here in Nebraska. And what's really great about this is that the whole concept of it is a game. But what you do is you set them up at a grade level, and you set them up for a state, and you use those standards. Now, Nebraska is not listed under Prodigy because we are not a Common Core state. So what I did do is I did align them with the Kansas state standards, because that's another state in which I have my teaching license in. And even though it is more of a Common Core aligned math structure, it's still going to be those same skills that they're being asked to understand and master at the state standard level. I did pull up the Nebraska state standards, which anyone can pull up and look at. It's a free resource online. And I did compare and contrast across platforms. And it's all those same skills my students still need to know. So even though I didn't directly align to Nebraska state standards, it's very close. It's very, very close. So set them up into their classrooms. I've got 4th grade, 6th grade, 3rd grade, and 5th grade in my varying classrooms. I add the student. So I'm going to create a new class. Name it. This is just going to be my sample classroom. Select the grade. Let's go 2nd grade. So I'm going to create a classroom. When I started my account, I started it as a teacher, and I signed up using the school that I teach for, and that's what gave me the Kansas state standards. But you can also sign up as a parent, and that will make you the teacher. And what's really great about this is when you start your classroom, every student that starts playing, because that's literally what it is, it's a game, and every time they come, I would say every 30 seconds or thereabouts, 30 seconds to a minute, they get a math problem in this gameplay. And the first session that they're in is their placement test, and it gives you real time results of how they're doing, and it's attributed to a standard or a skill. So you're going to know what they're struggling with and what they are on grade level with or above grade level with. Okay, so there's going to be the placement test. Okay, sweet, sounds good. Add students. I'm going to add a student. So I go with the no, they need new student accounts, and I'll create accounts for my students. So what I did when I was setting this up for my nephews is I just put their name in, and then I sent the login information to their moms, and they were able to join my classroom. So I'm the classroom manager for all of this. I've also considered sending it out to some of my son's friends so that they can interact in the game and also get math practice. So you just start. We'll do John D. Okay? We're going to add that student. You can add as many students as you want. If you're a teacher, you could do this for your different math groups, ability groups. You could do it for your whole class. etc. and so forth. So I'm creating the account for John Doe, and then I would download the PDF. The PDF is going to give me the link, their username, and their password. So you can just give that to the student, and then once they log on, then they're in your class. Okay? I'm going to discard that. What's great is once you start, or once the student starts playing, it's going to give you immediate feedback. So I'm going to go here. So you can see the amount of time that this student has been working. But down here, I can go to the placement test, and it's going to view report, and it's going to tell me exactly how he did on all the different tasks at the 4th grade level. So then I've made assignments for each week in the assignments tab for those particular standards that he struggled with. There is no change in their gameplay at all. The game is the same way. They're earning new armor, they're earning new animal friends, they're battling and doing all of this through mathematics to level up and amp up and all of those kinds of things. And so there's no change in their game. It's just I'm controlling what kind of questions they're getting. And then as those assignments are completed, I can go to my reports tab. He completed an assignment yesterday. Okay, so here's his placement test, and here's his multiplication equations that I had him do yesterday. So 99% average for 42 minutes and 137 questions. And I can actually expand this, and I can see exactly what he did. I can go to the skills and see an example question of what he did and how he performed on it. So this is really actually something I'm loving and am super excited to use. I can build assessments. I can align them to a standard. I can assign a set of skills. I can even do test prep, standardized test questions. It's really, really fantastic. Prodigy game, where have you been all of my life? This is a great way to get students engaged. What's really great is across my different classrooms is all of the cousins can find each other in the game and they can interact in the game. There is a chat feature, but you can only choose pre-created chats. So it can be a socialization activity. It's solid in mathematics delivery, and it's fun. So, if you are a parent that is needing a transition or a break or needs an opportunity to work with another grade level of student, you get done with your math assignment, you say, okay, Bob, you can have 15 minutes of Prodigy while I go get your sister started on sight words or things of that nature. Okay, so this is super fantastic. I highly suggest it. Prodigy is like my long lost love all of a sudden, and I'm honestly I want to look into a way to incorporate this for my students next year if possible. It's really, really fantastic.